Okay, in the next example, it says identify if the following relation is a function. Now remember what we discussed in the functions before, that you can match one domain with one range. So each domain can only go to one range. So if you look at -3, -3 goes to 3. It's only going to one place. 1 goes to 1. So this 1 right here is only going to one place. 3 matches with 1. Now, even though the 1 and the 3 in the domain are going to the same number in the range, that's okay, because remember, we can only have 1 coming out of each domain, and the 4's only got 1, and it's matched up with the 4. So this one would be a function. So yes, this one is a function because each domain is matched up with exactly one range. All right. Now remember, when we're graphing these, we want to graph the relation and want to decide if it is a function. So when you graph these, remember, we're just going to graph. The first number is our x-coordinate, and the second number is our y-coordinate. So if I graph the coordinate -3, 3, you always start at the origin. The -3 is going to tell us to go to the left 3, or -3, and the positive tells us to go up 3. And then when we graph the 1, -2, start at the origin. We're going to go +1, and then we're going to go -2. So we're going to go down 2. 1, 1, start at the origin. We're going to go 1 to the right because it's a positive. Then we go up 1 because it's a positive. And the last one start at the origin. We go 1, 2, 3, 4 in the positive, and then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, in order for this, the way you test when you're graphing an equation is called the vertical line test. And basically what we're going to do on the vertical line test is we're going to determine if I drew a vertical line in here and I take that vertical line and I slide it from right to left, each point can only touch one dot. So this one's sufficient because it's only touching right here. Once it touches more than one dot, it fails. So see this one right here, we're touching 2 dots. So once we touch 2 dots, then it is not a function. So this one is not a function because it fails the vertical line test. So this is not a function. All right, next example, next problem. Now when we graph functions, one of the ways that we're going to make sure that we have these graphed, or that we're going to have to graph these is it's called with a T-chart. And the way you graph with the T-chart is, first of all, you need to make sure it's solved for y. So you need to make them all y equals. After you solve it for y, you're going to select 4 x values. 0 is a good one. Pick some negatives, pick some positives. Then you're going to plug in your x values and solve for y. Once you have your x values that you selected, resulting in whatever their y values are going to be, you're going to plot the ordered pairs, x, y. You're going to connect the dots, and the graph should be a straight line. Now, a couple of notations to keep in mind that you'll see. You'll see a y equals mx plus b. Okay, m and b are going to be numbers. And you're going to see f of x. And anytime you see f of x and y essentially mean the same thing. The only difference is f refers to the function.